Hey guys, welcome back. This is Nick coming to you with yet another Infinity Kingdom video. This one, what we're going to do is we're going to go in depth in the Lord talents. The reason is I've received a few players asking me to do a in-depth guide on how to use them and what each individual talent is actually used for. So that's what we're going to do. So first, Lord talents, how are they used and what do they do? First, there's two set of talents when it comes to Infinity Kingdom. First, there is the trigger talents and the passive talents. Difference, when you attack something, trigger will be something that you need to select to get the value out of the talent. Example, this one. Whereas passive is you don't have to select anything. Just by holding the talent, just by having the talent, they are going to be used anyway. A good example, something like this. The way you're going to differentiate the two is very simple. The one that are triggered are going to have a number of stats. So example, this one, you can store up to 3, and there's a cooldown of 4 hours to regenerate one of the stats. So these are the two types of talents that you have in the game, triggered, passive. Now, if you look at the report of what I just sent, you're going to see that I use a talent. You're also going to see that in the stats, if you go to the crit, there is a 30% Lord talent value for the crit because I used the 30% talent. So this is how you use talent. You need to select them as it's going to hit, otherwise it's not going to work. This is very valuable because you're going to be able to do some tricks when it comes to talents, especially when it comes to sending your troops out with talents. I'll explain. We'll take a look at the left side first, so the development side. We're going to look at each one of them. Increase building upgrade speed. This is a skill that allows you to build quicker. Now, how do you use it? It's the same as the passive and the triggered skill. This one, you see there's no stack, so it is a passive. That means if it's selected when you start building, it's going to trigger. I'll give you a good example. Here you have this skill not selected. If I take a look at my queue and I want to build the castle, for example, you see that it takes 6 days, 3 hours, 55 minutes. What if I put the talents for building now? It is 10%. If I come here and I build, you see that this has gone down to 5 days, 19 hours. Now the question often asked from player is, do I need to hold these skills the whole way for it to be useful? No. If I start this right away, let's start one here. So if I start this here right here, you see that it's 1 day, 7 hours. I started. If I go back to a talent that does not have the 10%, it's not going to affect the building queue. Why? Because it's already started. So once you started with the right talent, you do not have to hold it for it to be useful. So that is a very important aspect when it comes to Infinity Kingdom and how talent works. On the first side, we just spoke about it. It's the building upgrade. You don't have to hold it. As soon as you start it with it, it's going to trigger. On the other side, it's the increased resource production. Now, because production is going all the time over time, you need to hold this to get the value. It is not a one click, so you need to hold it. I'll give you a good example. So here you see my gold is currently an output of 76K an hour. If I remove this talent, you'll quickly see that it's no longer that amount. It's now 66K. So what does that tell you? If you're on the development side, you want to hold this one most of the time, where you switch to building only when you build. Now let's move on to this one. This one you see it's a trigger. You only have 4 stack, which regenerates every 6 hours. It gives you 100% XP gain. So if you get 2K XP from a gnome, you would get 4K. You need to select it when you kill the gnome. The other one is the food increase speed. Now all gathering speed or gathering talents are triggered. And what they're going to allow you is a 100% increase. Again, this is a trigger skill. So what does that mean? It means that you can select it before going out, and then you can select out of it. This one was a food. Also, I think I have this one at the moment. So you see here, the speed to consume it is going to take you 1 hour 34 minutes. If I select it, it's going down to 45, 44, 45 minutes, right? If I click on it and I send it, you're going to see the amount that is going to take is not going to change because you unselect this talent. So let's give it a second or two. I'm going to speed it up. So 20 seconds. Bear with me here. I just want to show you that it's not going to change. All right, so here we go. When you look, it is that 54 minutes and a few seconds, right? If I now come here, select a talent page that does not have the skill, it does not matter. The time is the same. It's not going to change. This is the same with boost for gathering. And it is also the same as when you start a building queue, right? You need to select it, send your troop out. After that, you don't have to hold that talent. You can move out of it. All right, let's continue. This one is for stone, same principle. This one is to increase the gold production. It's the same thing as this one here for the resource, but this one only affects gold. So it's double basically. You get 10% here. It will increase the gold. Here you get another 10%, but this one only affects gold. This is for the increased troop load. Same thing as the talent for gathering. If I look at this skill right here, if I look at this, let me take it level 8, at this node right here, and I look at the troop load, it's currently 5,136,000. If I select another talent that does not have this one here, you'll see it's now 4,700,000. So that means if example, this node at 6 million, you're a little bit short, but you want to gather the whole thing, you can select the right talents. You send out your troops and then you can select out of the talent. Again, it's not going to change anything. You just need to select it before your troop goes out of your castle. Continue. This one is a gathering talent. It's going to protect your resources. So if somebody attacks you, you're not going to lose the resource that you have gathered so far. This one is a skill that allows you to get 3 stacks of attacking something without any cost. No matter where they are on the map, it's going to cost you 0 AP. This is very good when you want to attack something that is very far. This one is for hunting nuns. It will allow you to get 0 troops dead when it comes to killing that gnome. This one is very similar to the building, but it's for research. Again, you start the research with this on, and then you can take this talent off. It's not going to change the time. This the same thing, but for dragon speed in this case. For gnome as well, this one is going to give you the double rewards of what you would have gotten without the talent. Same thing as food and stone, but this one is for wood and iron. This one is for increasing the training speed, while the other side is for reducing the cost of healing. So when it comes to the cost of healing and the training speed, it's the same thing as the building, research, dragon. You need to have those selected once you before you start the queue, right? So example, you want to increase the training speed, you got this selected, then you start to build new troops. It's going to shorten the time. You can switch out afterwards. It's fine. This one is to hit 5% crit on the wishing fountain. So when you click on wishing fountain to get something, example, stone, you click on it and you see the 2x there. It's because it crit. It gave you double the value. So very simple. This one is to increase the conversion rate on the forge. So when you have this selected and you go into the forge, the conversion rate here is going to be a little bit higher by 10%. Very simple again. This one is going to allow you to have a shorter time on the philostone. This is the big one. This one actually, there's a few tricks to do with this one. I'll give you an example. It is currently not selected. If I look at the time, it's 6 hours. If I then come here, do I have it? I have it here. It is not available, right? So that is something that you can do. If you don't want to always have it, you can put it on, use your stone. Here you'll see it's going to be 16 hours, but when you put it back, however, to no talent for this one, it's going back to 24 hours. This one here is for the storehouse. So basically you can store more resources in your castle. Again, very straightforward. This one is to protect. So instead of having more available place for resources, if somebody attacks you, this one will protect more of your resources that you have gathered so far. Now this one is to purify chests quicker. Again, this is same thing as the building. When you have a chest here, you click on it. If you have this talent selected, it's going to be 10% faster. Once it's started, you can switch out of it, no problem. This one is a resource gathering talent. It will allow you to increase the troop load by 100%. So if it's 1 million, it's not going to be 2 millions. They can be used to, example, gather with only 2 or 3 immortals to make sure you gather the whole node. Gnome, again, this one is going to give you a double the reward when you kill a gnome. This is to decrease the gold that the dragon upgrade is going to ask you. So example, if it's 5 million, it's going to be 5 billion minus 5%. But because it's very heavy on gold when it comes to level 50 plus, it is a good talent to always put before you start a dragon upgrade. And again, it's the similar as the building. As soon as it's started, you can switch out. This one is the same thing as the one we saw before. It reduces the resource that you need to use when you train troops. This one is a talent that will allow you to basically just remove, give you 10, 20 more attempts for free. No, not actually for free. It's 20 more attempts overall in the market. So I don't have enough to reach it. But basically here, when you look at the market, you have 80 attempts. I would get 100. Sorry, simple. What I can do is I can select that talent, use all of the attempts, and then select out of it. It's going to work. It's going to give you 100 total, and then it's going to go back to 0. Here is going to be allowing you to gather and be protected. So basically, if you selected this before you send your troop out, again, this is a trigger skill. You need to select it. If somebody attacks you, as soon as they are going to hit you, it will pull your troop back. So you're not going to get any wounded, any dead troops, and you're going to keep the resources that you have gathered so far. This one is going to remove the AP cost when you kill non-boss. This is very good one. On top of that, you get 5 stacks and they refresh every 4 hours. So whenever you kill non-boss, you should use this talent if it's available. This one is for the Wishing Fountain as well. It's going to give you more attempts, which is 5 when it's max. Very good. It allows you to reach that 30 threshold very easily. Here, this is one that is very good. It's something that you should hold most of the time because you need to hold it for it to be effective. It's going to decrease the AP cost by 10%. So example, something that would cost 100 would cost less than 100. And when you hunt a lot of gnome, you do a lot of attacks, it adds up very quickly. The last ones in the development side, first one, time to work. When your prosperity is full, you're going to get a 15% production for all your resources per act. So building. That means food, wood, stone, iron, and also gold. This one is when your prosperity is not max, it's going to allow you to get the prosperity back by a quicker rate of 25%. Whereas the last one on this side, it will allow you to gem the cost of prosperity. So replenishing your prosperity using gem at a lower cost of 10%. This is useful when you're fighting and you want to stay in battle, but you're about to be zeroed. You can put this tile in quickly and then gem your prosperity. All right, now let's go to the other side.